higher, I can go up this way just a little bit more. Not very much more, but a little bit for me helps. Put it in at an angle. See, I can go up just about to there. So that's what I want to do. There. Wipe the edges. See there? I wipe that off. I start from the bottom still and come up nice and easy. Wipe that off. Nice and easy up. Wipe that off. There we go. Okay, now from the top down, I got to rearrange some of my mud in here. I want all my mud towards the middle of the pan. I don't want it to the edges, so I have some at the edges, and I can just rearrange that in my pan. And on the other end, I can do the same thing. Okay? Now I've got all my mud kind of from here to here, so I can take a bite of it at a time and wipe it on there. But as I go, I'm going to get to the far right first, into the corner. So I'm going to build up on the left-hand edge of my knife. Okay? Something like that. Now I can get it in the corner and come on down. Grab a little bit more on the edge. There. If I were to put it just regular, I wouldn't have enough on the edge there, see? So that's easy to get the edge. Then lightly go over it again. Now I can grab more in the middle, wipe off the edges, and start from the top down. Now if you want, you can keep moving with the mud that you have there. Keep moving. You can do that first, and we can go back and do this, however you want to do. Wipe off those edges. Now from the top down. It looks kind of easy, but the further you come down here, the more you have to push really hard on there, and it gets to your wrist after a while. So there's only so much I can do over my head at a time, but as you saw, I didn't have to do too much of the wall up over my head. Just this top section. Everything else I'm working from the bottom up. I have way more control that way, plus it keeps the pressure off my wrist. Okay? Wipe off the edges. I'm not too concerned just yet how smooth it is. I'm just getting the material on. If there's some extra there, I can go sideways. Wipe that off, grab the tip like that, and put a little more on there. Now it's important to keep your knife edge pretty clean as you get ready to wipe this off. Even the back side, sometimes you get a little bit on there. You don't want that getting into your material, okay? Now, light touch down, just light. Wipe that off. Light touch, I got my finger back here just so I'm almost touching the wall, but not all the way. I got to keep it at an angle. Now you can see where you got to wipe a little bit harder, but the key is you don't want to wipe too much of this off. You just put it on. Obviously you don't want a big bubble here, but you don't want to wipe so hard that you can see all the ridges of the spray texture, existing spray texture wall coming through. The idea is we're covering this. Okay? We're still going to have to go over it again with the next coat. But this is your fill coat, pretty much. The next coat, we won't be using it as a fill as much because most of this is already going to be done, right? And we're going to use that next coat to basically smooth this top coat or this first coat out. Okay? You don't want to play with this too much. I'm just putting a little bit right there. The more you play with it, the more you'll see there's lines. Now you got to go over it again. If you go over it, keep wiping off the edges. Okay? You gently go over that. Once it looks okay, you're done. This is the first coat.